have the incumbent sheriff, Nick Pettigout, and Joe Moon running in the Republican primary. And so please welcome them to the front here. Okay. Okay. Hello. We will begin with introductions, and Mr. Pettigout, take it away.
Sure. My name is Nick Pettigout. I'm the current sheriff here in McDonough County. Been with the McDonough County Sheriff's Office since 2007. Started off as a patrol deputy. I became a detective. Worked my way up to chief deputy in 2015. Was appointed sheriff in 2018 and was elected again in 2022. My wife Stacy and I met here in Macomb in 2004. We have two children, Jacob and Jackson. Jacob's currently in the United States Air Force. He's doing quite well. And Jackson is a freshman here in Macomb, here at the high school. Look forward to continuing the things that I've started at the Sheriff's Office. Really enjoy solving crime and being accessible and being out there for the community and doing lots of different things. Over the course of my time as sheriff, involved in a lot of different organizations, help out a lot of different people here in the county just to get them close to whatever services they may need. I'm very resourceful, so I like to help people. Even if I don't have the right answer, I like to get them to the right place. So, thank you.
Thanks. Mr. Moon.
My name's Joe Moon. I'm the Republican candidate for McDonough County Sheriff. I was born and raised in McDonough County, lifelong resident, 1994 graduate of Macomb High School, this very high school here. United States Marine Corps veteran in the reserves for 6 years. I attended Western Illinois University in Law Enforcement and Justice Administration. I was hired by the Illinois State Police in 1999, where I served 26 years, 7 months. My assignments included patrol officer, canine handler, regional crowd control officer, special agent general criminal investigations, special agent undercover and drug task force, assigned to the office of director of labor relations, and I was the president of Troopers Lodge 41, the second largest FOP lodge in Illinois. Thank you.
And again, we'll be accepting questions for the sheriff's candidates. If you have one, raise your hand and we'll get paper and pencil to you. We'll start with you, Mr. Moon. What's the biggest challenge facing the sheriff's department, and how would you address it?
The biggest challenge I see facing the sheriff's department is definitely hiring and retention. It's a challenge facing all of law enforcement nationally. I would take proactive steps to look for ways to bring officers in, probably through larger area recruiting, and then work on ways to retain those officers. My experience in labor relations has allowed me to work on collective bargaining agreements and ideas to retain officers. Not necessarily monetary. There's a lot of things outside of monetary incentives to get officers to want to stay and work for you, the agency.
Mr. Pettigout, the biggest challenge facing the sheriff's department, and how would you address it?
Joe's right. The biggest challenge right now is recruitment and retention and hiring people. Illinois is a tough state right now for police officers. Trying to keep people local is difficult because if you're a police officer in Illinois, you can work anywhere you want. You can work anywhere you want. And you can probably do that for a higher rate of pay in a small county. So the key is to hire local kids, local people, local men and women who want to live and grow in McDonough County. But with that recruitment and retention, you have to give the opportunity within your department to become detectives, to become canine handlers, to become lieutenants and sergeants. And it's just a challenge that we all face. If we can keep our pay competitive. That is very, very good for us. And one of the things that we do right now at the Sheriff's Office is that our pay right now is very competitive with the city of Macomb, which does help us keep some people.
Mr. Moon, did you have a rebuttal or response to that?
No.
Mr. Pettigout, the next question will start with you. What do you think about the Safety Act in Illinois?
Okay. Safety Act in Illinois, we had a questionnaire that was sent out. I'm very much neutral on the Safety Act for one reason only. It's not going to be repealed. So when you hear people say things like that, repeal the Safety Act, that's not going to happen. The majority party made the Safety Act so, and it's here to stay. So as a sheriff, you have to work within the confines of that law. You have to find and identify things that work and things that don't work. I've been very much a part of the 3 trailer bills that were passed here in the recent 2 years in order to get some things changed with the Safety Act. The Safety Act is taken away a lot of judicial discretion, which is something that we need to fix. And with the Illinois Sheriff's Association and some of my colleagues, we currently have a few ideas in place to work with the governor and to work with the moderate caucus in the State House and also in the Senate. So I think you have to take what's given to you. You have to do your best. There are some things in the Safety Act that do work, but you have to identify the things that don't and do your best to work collaboratively with people, to collaborate with people, and to address those situations as they come.
Mr. Moon, what do you think about the Safety Act in Illinois?
I would agree with my opponent. The Safety Act's not going away. You know, even if you wanted to change it, it's here just based on the current. If you look at the votes, if you know conservatives want to change it, but really I don't have issues with you know body-worn cameras. I think that they're a good thing. I don't have issues with monitoring police misconduct. You know, my biggest concern, you know, is with any legislative initiative that there's funding there to make that happen, and I believe there is now. So yeah, the Safety Act isn't perfect, and changes can be made. You know, I also was involved in not only all the trailer bills, but continue to be involved in probably additional trailer bill through my still board position on Troopers Lodge 41 as a immediate past president. So we'll continue to improve it in ways that it can be improved.
Mr. Pettigout, did you have a rebuttal or response to that?
No.
Okay, Mr. Moon, we'll start with you with the next question. What is the county's pursuit policy, and do you think it should be amended or changed?
The pursuit policy, I am under, if I understand correctly, they have recently changed some policies. The last pursuit policy I saw was probably from 6 to 7 months ago. I do believe the policy should be changed. I think it gives too much leeway and allows for chases when they're not necessary. I think that chases should always be monitored by a person not immediately involved in it, a supervisor, and it should only be for forcible felonies. And even when it's when it's an authorized chase, I think it constantly has to be monitored to make sure that you know the risk doesn't outweigh public safety. So there's a lot of cases you can always pick up later and catch the people, especially with today's technology. There are. Thank you.
Mr. Pettigout, what is the county's pursuit policy, and do you think it should be amended or changed?
So currently our pursuit policy is very simple. We can only pursue vehicles for a forcible felony. One of the things that has happened here with the Safety Act is that aggravated fleeing and eluding is simply a traffic ticket. It is simply a traffic ticket. If you run from the police in Illinois, you get a traffic ticket. So pursuing vehicles in Illinois right now is not worth it. It's just not. So our current policy is written to where they can pursue a vehicle in the case of a forcible felony. However, that risk is always weighed by a supervisor. So they have to get permission to pursue that vehicle. And then after that, the supervisor determines whether or not they can then continue to do that. Thank you.
Mr. Moon, did you have a rebuttal or response to that?
Yes, only that in talking to officers within the department and former officers, it might be a more newer recent change, but that certainly wasn't the policy, whether written or unwritten, with the McDonough County Sheriff's Office, certainly previous to the unfortunate fatality with the last pursuit.
Mr. Pettigout, what are two main things that differentiate you from your opponent?
I'd say the first thing is born and raised in a sheriff's office. When I was a young man living in Joe Davis County, the sheriff there, Steve Allendorf, who's now passed away, went to high school with my dad. So I remember telling my parents I'd be sheriff someday. I was 17 years old. I just wasn't sheriff in Joe Davis County. So uncle, grandfather, I have spent a long time in a sheriff's office. Lots of different things that a sheriff is responsible for, to include civil process, the courthouse, patrol. The jail is a huge, huge, huge burden on a sheriff. Huge. So spent my time in the sheriff's office. Second thing that sets me apart, spent 3 years as the chief deputy, where I was the jail administrator. Spent time in the jail, understand the issues of the liabilities that a jail has, which is meds, meals, rounds. Those are the things that get you in trouble. So I have a very, very good background in the jail, and I think that right there sets me apart.
Mr. Moon, what are two main things that differentiate you from your opponent?
Born and raised in McDonough County. I have a love for this county. My whole family was here, lives here. My ancestors are from here. I'll die here. Other than that experience, I've got experience in every facet of law enforcement. There is. I patrol, investigations, undercover work, policy review, reorganization of the entire state police, working in the director's office, reviewing internal investigations, really just overall experience and bargaining to make agreements with the department, and just overall working in every facet of law enforcement.
Mr. Pettigout, any rebuttal or response?
No.
Okay. Mr. Moon, under your leadership, how would or should the Sheriff's Office cooperate with ICE should they arrive in McDonough County? What would be your policy?
Well, the Trust Act and the Ways Forward Act in Illinois dictates how law enforcement will act and when it comes to immigration enforcement. And I will follow the Trust Act and the Ways Forward Act. Obviously, the county doesn't need any more lawsuits against them, and that's what that would bring. Other than that, if it was civil in nature, we wouldn't have any involvement. And I will tell you, the only involvement that we would ever have with with ICE or anybody else is if any officer asks for emergency assistance, we are going to assist to preserve life and people. But other than that, we won't get involved in ICE activities unless there's a criminal warrant and it's criminal in nature.
Mr. Pettigout, how would or should the Sheriff's Office cooperate with ICE should they arrive in McDonough County? What is your policy?
So right now, the policy is law. So you have the Trust Act, the Voices Act, and the Way Forward Act in Illinois. We absolutely cannot participate in any civil litigation or civil immigration enforcement whatsoever. And there is even going to be more legislation that's probably passed this year that absolutely prevents us from doing anything related and that looks like immigration enforcement. So Joe would be correct. The law is the way. The law is the policy. We absolutely cannot help ICE, period.
Mr. Moon, any rebuttal or response to that?
No.
Let's wrap up this round of questioning. Mr. Pettigout, 30 seconds to conclude.
Really would love to continue to serve and be a part of this county and do that through the sheriff's office. Love to solve crime. I love to be out there doing things. I have a lot of energy. I know there's some of you in here that know me quite well. I have a lot of energy. I have a lot of things to do in a day. I'd love to keep moving forward with the office. Love to continue to serve more than anything. Love to help people. Like I said in my opening, even if my office isn't the office that can help you, I can get you to the place you need to be. And I know a lot of you in this room know that. I think that just my experience with the office, my experience running the jail, my experience in investigations, I just feel like I would love to continue to do those things here in this county and work for you.
Mr. Moon, 30 seconds for concluding remarks.
I just want to say that, McDonough County has a lot of problems right now. Multiple lawsuits in several different areas, not just one. In the patrol section, in the jail, lawsuits internally, and a staff that, they've lost 6 people in the last 2 years. So, I want to make the county better, and I have the experience and the resources through the state to do it. And, that's what I want to do. Thank you.
These are your Republican primary candidates for McDonough County Sheriff. Please thank them for turning out.